Hello everybody, Ty Culver here, and welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword! Last time, we made our way through Lake Floria and met the Water Dragon, and she commissioned us to obtain some water for her so that she can feel healthy and happy again. This time, we're going to be completely ignoring the actual use of dowsing once again because I know exactly where we're going and it's going to be a lot faster if I just tell you. Because we like doing stuff like that. Okay, sorry about the jump there. Somebody just came home and so yeah. Anyways, so now that we have completed all that fun things, let's go. I do know, like I said, I do know exactly where this is, so I will not be using the dowsing ability, just for the sake of keeping things fast. I don't like taking long periods of time to do this, and dowsing just takes time. So I will tell you exactly where it is because it's going to be a lot easier than just dowsing for it. It is back, of course, in Faroan Woods. You don't have to go too out of your way to find it. It's just going to be right back in this area. So we're just going to dive back in. And like I said, well, I didn't say it, but we are using the flight shortcut just because it's all the way across Faroan Woods, and so it's a lot faster just to leave the area and fly back in, because it is, in fact, at the Skyview Temple, where it's at Skyview Temple, because if you remember, past the boss door, there was the sacred spring that Zelda purified herself at before, and, well, that's where our dowsing ability is telling us to go. So we're going to head right in there because that's where it's telling us to go. I guess that makes a lot of sense and is kind of already explained by things I said. And Svi is going to, of course, remind us that we can't douse here, but the water is within this temple. And it's going to mark on us where we go, because we will want to go past the boss door, which is the deepest area within the temple. And so, yeah, there's all that fun, enjoyable stuff. And there are some new stuff in the area, though. So remember, if you remember last time, this was a regular Deku Baba, and now it is a Quadro Baba. So this visit is actually going to be a little bit different than last time. I was trying to break that bottom string, but it just did not want to. This visit is going to be a little bit different than the last time we came around here. And there's also, we also have some new items, like the ability to use that dig spot right there. And hey, wouldn't you know it, there's a Mogma around. Hold it, you're that guy that I met in the volcano. Here to do some treasure hunting too? I guess you could say that. That's kind of what we're planning, yeah. I called it. You got a treasure hunter written all over your face. Did the big stone guy out there tip you off to the loot too? In case you couldn't tell, he's talking about our friend Gorko the Goron. But we're gonna ask the stone guy. Yeah, what'd he say again? Strum a chord most beautiful in the place within the temple where the butterflies dance. So I get here and I get loose with some of the most gorgeous humming I've done in my entire life, and nothing happens. But seeing how I've come this far, there's no chance I'm gonna give up on the hunt for treasure just yet. So he's gonna run away, but as he mentioned, there are these butterflies near the wall. And if you strum a chord next to it, a special thing will appear on the wall. And I've actually tried to show this off before, but I didn't realize that this was the first time you're seeing it, so yeah, this is the first time we're actually seeing this. So that makes things a little bit easier knowing that this is where you're supposed to be introduced to it. However, this is a special wall that you can draw various symbols onto. There are a few different symbols that you can get. I tried to draw a rupee right there, and I succeeded. And so drawing different symbols will yield different rewards. So, like you saw, I just drew a rupee, and it gave me a whole bunch of money. If you were to try and draw, say, a heart, it would give you a lot of hearts. If you were to try and draw perhaps a bomb, if you drew a circle, it would give you a bomb. And then there's one more that I know of that's very useful. If you draw a Triforce, then it'll give you a bunch of fairies. The reason I didn't... Ow. The reason I didn't do that was because it won't let me out. Okay, the reason I didn't do that is because we need our bottles for... We need the one empty bottle I have for something else. We need it for the sacred water that we're going to be obtaining soon enough. So, I didn't draw the Triforce because I don't need fairies as of right now. Anyways, here we have our Mogma friend again. Just fantastic. I work like a weasel just to swipe a key from that monster, and then I have to go and lose it. I just can't remember which hole I hid it in. And here I thought that key would be my ticket to a life of luxury. I could have sworn I buried it right around here. So he's going to mention a key that he mysteriously lost. And in case you didn't notice, because I didn't really talk about it, the door to the main entryway is in fact locked. So we're not going to be able to get there the traditional way. We're going to have to take a special pathway Ow. We're going to have to find the key in order to get out. And like I said, it is a very different visit from the last time we were here. If you want to know, the key is in fact right here. There's nothing crazy interesting. That's just where the key is. So we can now head back into the other room and obtain that key, and make our way through that locked door. Because, well, we now have a key. And that's how locked doors work. When you get keys, you can use the doors. And there's gonna be one of those Hydra thing enemies in here, and I'm not gonna get him on the first try. I'm gonna miss him again. I hate dealing with these things, but I got him! Woo! I hate dealing with those guys. They're very annoying to work with. But all the shortcuts we created in the last visit here. Oh, that's not good. Are still intact, however. So, I think he dropped a heart. Alright. All the shortcuts, though, we created last time are... I remember getting that heart piece. Okay. Hang on, I'm gonna try and get this heart piece, because I seem to remember grabbing it last time. Ow. Anyways, like I was saying, all the shortcuts last time are still intact, so don't worry about like trying to go the long way around every time again, because you don't need to, and it would just be a waste of time to try and do it. I actually think that the switch is somewhere in one of those. I don't remember though. Give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back once I figure out where the switch is. Alright guys, I found it. It's right up here. I don't know how I missed that last time. Keep in mind that it is really far away from you, so your beetle will probably start flashing before you reach it. But there is a switch right here, and I can only assume that'll open up the way to the heart piece. Okay. That was interesting. I don't actually remember that being here. Anyways, now that we found our heart piece, we can continue like before. And there are some new bokoblins there, but there's also something else that's a little bit new. If you notice, we have a special bomb. It's brand new, just for us to use. Right there. So just use your hook beetle and grab the bomb and well, you know, bomb him. Because, you know, that's how we do things here. We bomb people. Anyways, just make your way across to the boss room. This should be really easy just to make your way right through, because there's nothing too crazy. we just have to get to the spring in the back. And he's going to talk about how he didn't find any treasure, but he found water, but he doesn't want water. So he's sad. But we want water, so we are not sad. You can dig up a bunch of hearts right there. I'm going to stock up on bombs really fast, because I'm a little bit short. But once we're done with that, we can just enter right into the, I don't know why my shield keeps on pulling there, because I'm not even shaking the nunchuck. But once we're all done with that, we can, once again, enter into the boss room of Doom and such. Doom and Gloom. And take on the deep, dark dangers that reside within. Because, as a matter of fact, there are some new enemies that we now have to fight in this room. And I wonder what would happen if I tried to roll a bomb. I'm curious to see if this will even work. I want to know if this will do anything. If I can lure him into a bomb. I'm really curious. Oh, I took their arms off. But it didn't do me any good. Okay, don't worry about bombs, because it doesn't do you any good. It doesn't help. Just kind of hit them like you would normally. Again, directional slices, which I'm really bad at. These guys, there's nothing new with this fight. It's just the same thing as the original Stalfos fight, just with 3 of them. So that's just, I mean, just keep that in mind. It's the same fight, more. And they were not in a very convenient position for me to get those attacks in. Oh, okay. Be sure you're using your dodging abilities, backflips, and whatnot. Make things very easy. They don't take stamina. So, ow. But yeah, it's a really simple fight, just like before. I'm having a hard time with it because Link keeps stabbing and I don't want to. Anyways, I don't really have much to say. Oh, there goes one of them. I don't remember if I mentioned this. Ow, that was painful. Okay. I don't remember if I mentioned this last time we fought these guys, but you can actually tell about how much health they have left based on. I don't know if you can actually tell how much health these guys have left by the amount of ribs that they have, because as you attack them, their rib cages will slowly deteriorate. And you can tell how much damage you've done based on that. And there's lots of parts here, but there's also going to be some fairies in the next room. So I might just pick them up instead of hacking open all these hearts. Anyways, the doorway is now going to open up for us, and we will continue through. If he's going to talk, she's going to say that she detects the sacred water, and we can in fact douse here. So one thing is, it's not, the water isn't everywhere. There is actually a specific spot that you have to acquire the water, and it happens to be right over here where there's those fairies over there that I mentioned that we were going to be able to get. So I'm just going to grab them real fast. Let's get this water. And we have obtained some sacred water. There's a 95% probability that this water here is identical to the water within the water dragon's basin. I suggest we take it back to her. Lots of water in one sentence. Anyways, he's gonna drop us out right in front of the temple, and instead of walking all the way back, actually I might just walk all the way back, because I do know of a secret that I missed in a failed recording that I had and ignored. So I might go and grab that this time around. It's a super easy one to find. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly, but I think it's just this guy. It's really easy to find and not hard to, and it's kind of hard to miss. Assuming you take the long path to get to Skyview Temple, which I didn't last time, or I didn't this time around, in the after the failed recording. So I'm just gonna shortcut my way through here. I'll show you where it is when we get there, but I will show you when we get there, of course, when we get there. Here it is, guys. In case you were curious, this is it on your map. It's right in here. There's this bombable wall that's really easy to find. And just blow that up, and behind is a piece of heart. So, very worth your time to go and get, in case you missed it like I did. Go in and grab that, and that is in fact a new heart container for us. So we now have, that's what, 13, I want to say? 13 heart containers? So, really good stuff all around. Now, one thing that I should mention is there was a shortcut that by taking the shortcut that I did in order to get to Skyview Temple, there was a shortcut that I didn't open up that allows you to easily access the Water Dragon's hall. So we're going to be using this to warp back to the Floria waterfall. Yeah, really quickly. Just make our way back there really fast. And then I'll open that shortcut, and then we can go and deliver this water to the Water Dragon. So just something to keep in mind. There was the shortcut that I missed, and it does make your life a lot easier to have, assuming you're not using the flight tactic like I am, because we will have to come back here a few times later on. So using the flight tactic can work, but not always. Sometimes it'll just be easier just to run it, and this is the fastest way to do that. And we're going to trigger this cutscene because we missed it last time. And he's going to tell us that we are in fact in the southern area of Faroan Woods, right there. So this is, of course, pretty close to where we entered from the sealed grounds. So that's just something to keep in mind. We have this log here that we can now move, and that creates a simple shortcut for us to get back to the Floria waterfall, should the need arise. And there's those grass behind that loading zone that I really want to cut, but I can't because it's behind a loading zone. So I guess that's fun. Anyways, we're back in the Water Dragon's Hall, and there's honestly not a whole lot in this room for us to look at, so just kind of do what you do and give her the water. Just look at that color. There's no doubt that this is the water I need. Quickly, boy, into the basin! And that is not the basin. That is the floor. But apparently it works either way. I mean, he just dumps it out on the floor, and it does what it's supposed to. Very, very quickly, I might add. Boom! And that is a much bigger dragon than it was in the basin. Exquisite. I can feel its energy surging through me. Behold, the full majesty of Faroan, the water dragon and guardian of these lands. I stand tall, healed, and whole once again. Human, you have done well to bring me the sacred water I asked you for. I see now it was no coincidence that you completed the goddess's trial and obtained a water dragon's scale. In turn, I will grant you the favor you have asked of me, and lead you to the sacred flame of my land. Come. Ooh, nice music. I never really noticed that before. But didn't I tell you that this place was gonna be important? Now behold! That's my favorite attack. I love It's better than all the Hadoukens and Shoryukens and Kamehamehas in the world. And sure enough, the entryway to the next dungeon has been opened up. You're the goddess's chosen heroes. Swatting a few monsters will be no trouble for you. I imagine you and I will cross paths again. she's gonna disappear. Well, she's gonna fly away, back into the hall. So you can go and see her whenever you want. She will be inside the Water Dragon's hall. But we're gonna just kind of hop into the water here. Nice little flip up. And we will enter the next dungeon in the next episode. Because it's yeah, we're gonna stop. It's a good spot to stop, probably. So, next time on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, like I said, we will be journeying into the next dungeon to see what has in store for us. But, with all that said and done, I bid you all adieu. Bye-bye, guys. Get out of here.